not by functionality. So I had to ask myself the very, very crucial question. Do I want to remain in this situation where you are legally married, but you're emotionally detached from one another?
Hey guys, hi YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. So I watch Obodo Yinbo TV. I'll leave it so you guys can check it out. I've been watching they call her Auntie B on the channel, and I've been watching her for many years. I really love her channel because she talks about different topics that a lot of people don't want to talk about in the African community, you know? And so she recently did a video where she said that she's leaving a 20-year marriage. And a lot of people are really supportive. But there's a percentage that completely just lost it. A lot of these Nigerian women have really come at her, telling her, why, Auntie B, why are you leaving this man after 20 years of marriage? And if you knew there was something going on with the marriage, why didn't you leave earlier? So today I just wanted to say, marriage it takes work, right? I'm a believer that if you've tried everything and it is not working, there's nothing wrong with divorce. So when she came on here stating the reasons why she's leaving, I said, yeah, that's a marriage and that's what she wants to do. I wish her all the best. You know, I'll continue to watch her channel because I enjoy the topics that she talks about. So she stated that she was lonely in the marriage, that it grew apart, and the marriage had been having issues way back. And, you know, she just came on finally to tell, you know, her followers and subscribers about it. Something in the African community that bothers me is this people being caught up in the title of being married, the length of it, and people just really having this obsession with marriage to the point where some people have rushed to get into marriage that are not good for them. I've seen marriages that were not working around me, and people stayed in them because marriage is held up to such a high standard of, wow, you're married, and it's brought up constantly. I remember when I was single, I was being told all the time, like, I have this person for you. You guys can get married and married. And I was just like, I had no interest in marriage at the time. I was like, can you leave me alone? I'm trying to focus on myself. And it's just this obsession. So, especially in the Nigerian community, it's way more. And people don't care how you're doing in the marriage. They care about, oh, how many kids are you guys going to have? Oh, wow, 30 years. Wow, wow. But nobody's asking, how are you doing in the marriage? How are you both doing? What issues are you having? So I feel like that's a topic that needs to be talked about, is this obsession with the length of marriages. So 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, it doesn't matter. If you're not happy, if the marriage is not thriving, if both of you just cannot stand each other, you don't have communication, there is no point to be married. I don't believe in being married and being toxic to each other. I don't believe in staying in marriages for the kids. I don't believe in staying in the marriage because it offers financial benefits. That's not a reason to stay in a marriage. And this thing drives me nuts when people are like, well, it's for better or for worse. But for worse for somebody could be they're not having intimacy. They're not having communication. You know, for worse is, you know, the marriage is not offering things and people are on different pages as they grow into the marriage. Those could be worse, maybe in my book. I don't think that it has to be something like DV for somebody to leave. I believe that if you can communicate with your partner and you're like, man, this is the issues we're having. How do we address it? And if you guys have both gone to everything and you've tried and it's not working, it's okay to call it quits. Because to see marriages around me that were just like, somebody got married, the woman is there. Oh, that's my wife. She has my kids. That's it. No affection, no passion, no romance. It's just, I'm providing, I'm paying the bills, and that's it. It's like, that's not all that there is to marriage. There's more to it. It's not just you get together to get married to have kids. That's not it. This marriage thing is so beautiful when it's with the right person. When you get to do life with someone, somebody who got your back, somebody who puts you at the center and you put them at the center. When you guys are both working on things and you have goals and you're going in the same direction, it's a beautiful thing. But when it's not, it shouldn't be something where people are left in it for a long time. You know what I mean? So her reasons are very valid. You should never feel alone in a marriage if you're with a partner. That's not good. You should not be staying there because, oh, my kids. Guess what? Your kids see when you're not happy. They see when you guys are arguing and are toxic to each other. They see when you guys are happy, when you guys are doing well. They're like, oh my God, my mom and dad. You know, I was really, you know, humbled when my son sent me this picture of these two cats, maybe I'll find a clip that he sent me, and he said, "That's you and mom and that's you and dad," and I was like, "It's just kittens smiling," and they're like, just like blushing and smiling, and I was like, "Well, that makes me happy that that's what you see when you see us, because we have our moments, yes, but most of the time we try to communicate, and he's seeing a solid foundation, so for me that makes me happy." If we're having any discussions, we're having disagreements, we talk about it somewhere, just talk about it, like maybe when he's at school and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, you should never stay in something that it's not fulfilling. It doesn't bring you joy. Something that drains you. It's not something you should stay in. I'm against that. If you're walking around looking at the other side of the grass and saying, "I wish I was over there," instead of your own marriage, it's time for you to go. If the person has changed so drastically to the point where you can no longer fix anything, it's okay to say, "Wow, this is not what I choose for my life." She even posted a picture saying, "This is a woman who chose herself." She's literally practicing what she's been preaching on her channel over the years about healthy marriages. And people are just not grasping that, especially a lot of Nigerians. They're not getting it. They're concerned about, "Oh, he's a 64-year-old man. How can you leave him? What is he supposed to do now when he's getting older? How dare you should go back and work it out?" And I'm like, after 20 years, I'm sure they tried. And it just not was working. People change, yes. If the change is too much, both of you have to talk about it and say, "You know what? This is the life I want for myself, and we're not working. It's okay to leave it." But then again, maybe it's because I came to the U.S. from Africa when I was 6 years old. And I've seen how a lot of Caucasian marriages or marriages in the U.S., people say, "Hey, it's not working. Let's go file the papers and let's call it, wrap it up." I'm not saying people are not hurt, but they don't drag things and they don't go after it and just start arguing and just dragging everything. As long as they're co-parenting and all that stuff, okay. It's okay to call it quits. That's my whole take on this. So for me, I wish, Auntie B the best. I'm glad that she practiced what she was preaching. And I can't imagine how hard it is to do all these topics when she herself was dealing with something, It's not just the marriage. It's not just you have the paper, you guys are there, you're married. It's work. And this work requires communication. It requires being affectionate with each other. It's having goals, sitting down and discussing the future. It's involving the kids and all that stuff. That's a marriage that's working. When the tough times come, do you still, at the end of the day, choose this person and this is your best friend or whatever? You know what I mean? That's really how I feel about it. I don't think that somebody should stay in something that no longer just does it for them. It's just like people look at it as like, "Oh, you want to be happy. Why?" And then I was watching videos, people showing how that marriage is a duty. I get it to a certain point. If you're religious, I understand that. But at the same time, it's not going to be a duty when somebody's not giving you the same. If you're being affectionate and you are trying to help and you're supportive and the other person not doing the same thing, you shouldn't be staying over there because it's a duty. That reason just kind of makes me just itchy, because I'm like, it's not a duty. I'm happy. For me, I'm happy to cook for my husband. I'm happy to help and support in any way that I can, because he does the same thing for me. But if it's one-sided where somebody's starting to feel really drained and they're miserable, there's no need to stay in it. It's just going to make you even more, it's going to get to a bad place. And that's worse. So that's all I really wanted to say. For me, I understand where she was coming from, and I just don't get the whole people going crazy and saying you should have not left and asking why. Yeah, the why, she already gave the why. It's her marriage, at the end of the day. Leave it alone.